Hello, have a nice day. In this video, I'll be teaching you two operations which is very related to our previous lesson, which is simplifying rational expression. In this video, I will teach you how to multiply and divide rational algebraic expression in an easy way. If you are not a subscriber yet, kindly hit the subscribe button and notification bell for you to be updated every time I will upload new math video made easy for you. Multiplying rational algebraic expression. In multiplying rational algebraic expression, we have to recall the concept in multiplying a fraction. Suppose A over B times C over D. So to get the product, we just multiply the numerator. A times C is AC, then all over the product of B times D. So in other words, it's just the product of the numerators all over the product of the denominators. After which, we're going to simplify if possible. Now, let's illustrate that rule in a given problem. So 6 times 20 over 5 times 9. So the rule says we're going to multiply the numerators and the denominators. So 6 times 20 is 120. Then 5 times 9 is 45. So again, take note that fraction or rational algebraic expression must be always expressed in lowest terms. So that is why we have to remove or extract the greatest common factor between 120 and 45. In that case, that is 15. So 120 divided by 15 is 8. Then 45 divided by 15, that is 3. So there is also another method in which, before multiplying the two fractions, we have to remove first the common factor between the numerators and the denominators if there is any. So for example, 6 and 5 have no common factor, but 6 and 9 have common factor, which is 3. So we can remove them. So by dividing 6 by 3, so that would be 2. Then 3 divided by 3, that would be 3. Then the common, and 5 and 20 has also a common factor. So the common, divided it by 5, so that would be 1. And 20 divided by 5, that would be 4. So notice the remaining numbers now, or the remaining fraction would be 2 over 1 and 4 over 3. And 2 and 3, 2 and 1 have no common factors. So that is why we are now going to apply the rule in which multiply the numerators and the denominator. So 2 times 4 is 8 and 1 times 3 is 3. So we got the same answer as to this method. And there's also another method which is prime factorization, in which we're going to factor out each numerator and denominator if it is factorable. For example, 6 is factorable into 2 and 3. 20 by prime factorization, 2 times 2 times 5. 9 by 3 times 3. So before multiplying, notice you can cancel common factor between the numerators, any of the numerators, and any of the denominators. So 3 is common to these 3, cancel them first. And 5 is common also to this denominator, so cancel them. So what is left is 2 and 2, 3 2s, and 3. So 2 times 2 times 2, that would be 8. Then 1 times 1 times 3, and that would be 3. So we got the same answers, different method. So I would like to underscore the method in step number 3 because that method is very beneficial, particularly if we are dealing or if we are multiplying rational algebraic expression. So these are the steps. First, you're going to factor the numerator and denominators completely. Secondly, cancel out the common factors. And lastly, we are going to multiply the remaining factors. So let's have example number 1. So multiply 10 over 2x squared times x squared y squared all over 5. So before multiplication, we're going to factor out first 10 over 2xy cubed. So the factor of 10 is 2 times 5. The factor of 2xy cubed is 2 times x times y times y times y. Then factor also the other fraction or other expression. So x squared is x times x. Then y squared is y times y all over 5. Then before multiplying, we are going to cancel out the common factors. So notice that 2 is common in the numerator and denominator, also with 5. So you can cancel them out. So x at a time, 1 at a time, one common factor at a time. also with y and y. Another y here. So what is left in the numerator is just x. So we just copy, and the denominator is just y. So therefore, this expression x over y is the simplest form of this given expression. So let's have example number 2. So 2 over x squared plus x times 2x plus 2 all over 2. So first, we are going to factor out the numerator. So in the first expression, 2 over x squared, our denominator can be factored using by common monomial factoring. Notice that x squared and x has the common monomial factor, which is x, the lowest exponent. So to obtain this factor, once again, x squared divided by x is x. Then x divided by x is positive 1. So this is now the factored form of this first expression. So we are going to factor also the second rational expression. So the common monomial factor of 2x and 2 is 2. So by dividing 2x by 2, that is x. Then 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So we just copy positive 2. So cancel out the common factor. So 2 in the numerator. We also have 2 in the denominator. Cancel them out because their quotient is equal to 1. We also have x plus 1 and x plus 1. So what is left in the numerator is just 2. And the denominator is just x. So therefore, 2 over x is the simplest form of this given algebraic expression. So example number 3. So multiply the expression x squared minus 16 all over x squared plus x minus 20 times x squared plus 5x all over x 2x minus 8. So in this given problem, we are trying to recall all our skills in factoring different polynomials by factoring difference of two squares, by common monomial factoring, by factoring general trinomials, and the like. Okay, so this is the given. So we're going to factor everything, the numerators and denominators completely. So for x squared minus 16, this can be factored by just getting the square root of x squared. So that is x. Square root of 16, that is positive 4. Copy the same two terms, but alter or change the sign from positive to negative. So over, so our denominator, quadratic trinomial. So the factor is xx. These are the factor of x squared. So this is negative 20. So what are those two numbers? Such that the product is equal to 20, but their difference is 1. And that is 5 and 4. 5 is positive because the coefficient of the middle term is positive 1. And negative 4 is negative. So for the second rational algebraic expression, this can be factored by common monomial factoring. So the common monomial factor of x squared plus 5x is x. So x squared divided by x, this is x. Then 5x divided by x, this is 5. So this is the factored form of the numerator. Same is true with the denominator. The common factor of 2x and 8 is 2. So 2x divided by the common factor 2, that would be x. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. What are those common factors? So we have x minus 4 and x minus 4 here. We also have x plus 5 and x plus 5 at the numerator. So what is left in the numerator is x plus 4 times x, or it can be written x first, x times x plus 4, all over 2 times x minus 4. So this is now the lowest term of this given algebraic expression, its product. For example number 4. So multiply this expression by this expression. So again, we just copy. And we have to factor out every numerators and denominators completely. 6xy times 3x squared y. So the common monomial of factor of 6 and 3 is 3. So x and x squared. So again, the lowest exponent will be taken as the common monomial factor. So that would be x. So we have y here. We also y here. So we will include the y. 6xy divided by 3xy. So that would be 2. And 3x squared y divided by 3xy, so that would be x. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So x squared divided by x is x. Y divided by y is 1, or cancel out y. So this is the factored form of the numerator 6xy plus 3x squared y. So the factor of the denominator, we just get the square root of x squared. So that would be x. Then factor square root of 4 is 2. So copy but change the sign because difference of two squares. So this is the factored form of the first expression. So the second factor, so this is a quadratic trinomial. So x and x, these are the factor of x squared. So what are the two numbers that we are going to multiply since our constant is positive 2? So what are those two numbers whose product is positive 2 but whose sum is negative 3? So take note, if it is positive, the factors are they both positive or both negative. So in this case, we take negative 1 and negative 2 because negative 1 times negative 2 are, the product is positive 2, but their sum is negative 3. And that is the middle term. So the denominator, 12xy, the prime factor of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3, and we just copy x times y. Then after which, we're going to cancel out the common factor. So 3 and 3 will be cancelled out. X and x also will be cancelled out. Y and y also cancelled out because they are common factors. Same is true with the x plus 2 and 2 plus x because they are just the same. So by commutative property, these two expressions are just the same. Then x minus 2 and x minus 2 can be cancelled out also. What is left in the numerator is just x minus 1. Denominator is the product of 2 times 2, that is 4. So therefore, the product of this expression times this expression is just x minus 1 all over 4. Let's proceed to division of rational algebraic expression. So take note that division is just the inverse of the multiplication. So as you can see, we started first multiplication of rational expression because division and multiplication of rational algebraic expression is somewhat very related to simplifying rational algebraic expression. We just added some additional steps. So in division of a rational algebraic expression, we have to recall division of fraction. So again, suppose A over B divided by C over D. So to divide a fraction, some say we call it cross multiplication. Why do we have to cross multiply? Because the rule says that if we divide fraction, numerator times the reciprocal of the denominator. Then again, following the rule in multiplying fraction, numerator times numerator, is that would be AD. Then denominator times denominator, so that would be BC. That is why some says we call it cross multiplication. But in this case, we're going to follow this concept so that we will not be having trouble in multiplying fraction. Because again, multiplying rational algebraic expression is very related to simplifying rational algebraic expression. So again, the rule here, first, we're going to get the reciprocal of the denominator. Then after which, we're going to follow the rule in multiplying fraction, in which product of the numerators over the product of the denominator. So let's try this problem. 3 over 10 divided by 9 over 16. So according to the rule, so we're just going to copy the first fraction or first the numerator, which is 3 over 10. So from division, it will be changed into multiplication, but the denominator, the fraction will be interchanged, or we call it the reciprocal. So 16 will be the numerator, 9 will be the denominator. Then after which, we are going to follow the rule in multiplying fraction in which numerator times the denominators. So since 16, 9, 9 and 10 are factorable, we are going to factor them first. So for 16, the factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. For 10, 2 times 5. For 9, 3 times 3. So let's try to find out the common factor. So 3 and 3 are common. 2 and 2 are also common factors. So what is left in the numerator is 2 times 2 times 2, and that is 8. Then 5 times 3, that is 15. These are the steps in dividing rational algebraic expression. First, we are going to copy the numerator. Second, change the operation from division to multiplication. Thirdly, we are going to factors the numerators and denominators completely. Then cancel out the common factors. Again, this is already the steps in multiplying fraction and multiply the remaining factors. So let's have example number 1. Divide this expression by this expression. So this is the given problem. So first, we're going to copy the numerator, then times the reciprocal of the denominator. So the 24m cubed now will be the denominator. The 25n squared will be the numerator. So applying the rule, factor out the numerators and denominators completely. So the factor of 12m cubed n squared is 2 times 2 times 3. Then m times m times m times m times m. There are 5 m's and 2 n's. So the prime factor of 5mn is 5 times m times n. So for 25, 5 times 5, then n times n. Then for 24, the prime factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, then m times m times m. Then cancel out the common factors. 3, 3, m, m. It can be m here. Also another m there. M, then m, another m. So for 5, it can be cancelled out. Then for n, it's also cancelled out. So what is left in the numerator is 5 times m times n times n. So that is 5mn cubed all over 1 or 5mn cubed. So this is now the quotient if this expression is divided by this expression. So example number 2. Divide this expression x squared minus 1 all over x squared plus 2x plus 1 by 15x all over 3x plus 3. So again, the rule, copy the numerator and times the reciprocal of the denominator. So factor out the numerators and denominators completely. So the numerator, x squared plus minus 1 will be factored by getting the square root of the first term. So square root of x squared is x, square root of 1 is 1. Copy but change the sign. So the denominator of this first fraction is quadratic trinomial. So x and x are the factors of x squared. So what are the factors of positive 1 such that their product is 1, positive 1, but their sum is equal to 2, and that would be 1 times 1. Times, so 3x plus 3 can be factored by common monomial factoring. So the common monomial factor of 3x and 3 is 3. So 3x divided by 3 is x. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So the factor of 15x is 3 times 5 times x. Okay, cancel out the common factors. So x plus 1 and x plus 1 cancelled out. And x plus 1 will be cancelled out also. So 3 and 3 are also common factors. We can cancel them out. So what is left in the numerator is x minus 1 all over 5 times x. So that is 5x. So this is now the quotient when this expression is divided by this expression. So divide this given expression by this given expression. So first, we are going to copy this expression, then times the reciprocal of this given expression. So 2y minus 6 will be the denominator, y squared minus 9 will be the numerator. Next step, factor the numerator and denominators completely. So 3y squared plus 16 can be factored by common monomial factoring. So the common monomial factor of them is 2. So 2y cubed divided by 2 is y cubed. Then 16 divided by 2 is 8. Then notice that y cubed plus 8 are sum of 2 cubes. So to factor them, so we just copy positive 2. So we get the cube root of y cubed. So that is y. Because y times y times y is y cubed. And the cube root of 8 is 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So to get the trinomial, so we just square the first term, the y, so that is y squared. Then multiply the y times 2, so that is 2y, but get its additive inverse, so negative 2y. Then last term, square the positive 2, so that would be 4. So this is now the factored form of this given expression. Okay? So since the denominator is not factorable, why? Because there is no constant that which that we are going to multiply the product is 4, but their difference is negative 2. So we just copy y squared minus 2y plus 4. So this expression is not factorable or prime. So moving forward, y squared minus 9 can be factored. So this is difference of 2 squares. So the square root of y squared is y. the square root of 9 is positive 3. Okay, we just copy. So we will change the sign. It will be negative 3. So 2y minus 6 can be factored by common monomial factoring. So the common monomial factor is 2. Then 2y divided by 2 is y. Then negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Then after which, since the numerators and denominators are factored completely, we'll be looking for the common monomial factor. So y, this expression is the same as this one, so we can cancel them because their quotient is equal to 1. Same goes with y minus 3 and y minus 3. 2 and 2. Then what is left in the numerator is y plus 2, then times y plus 3 all over 1. Or basically, it's just y plus 2 times y plus 3. So this is now the quotient when this expression is divided by this expression. If you like this video, kindly hit the like button, and in the comment section, kindly send me your thoughts about this lesson and how could I possibly help you in learning the math lessons in an easy way. There are also simplified videos available for you in my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.